Camilla, I appreciate your gesture of coming to see us, but you should have called me first. You know how hectic things are with the hospital visits and the baby. You can't just barge in here unannounced and expect me to drop everything for you.
How dare you talk to me like that, Sandra? I don't have to listen to you or your stupid plans. You should be grateful that I even bothered to come here and bring you a gift for your brat. You are the most ungrateful, selfish, and horrible wife I've ever seen. Maybe you've lost your mind after giving birth? I heard that some women go insane after they have a baby. They get depressed and paranoid and start to hate everyone. Is that what happened to you? You know what? You don't deserve my gift or my friendship. You've made a huge mistake by treating me like this.
I'm sorry, Camilla. Please don't be angry. I didn't mean to offend you. Thank you for your gift. It was very thoughtful of you to think of me and the baby.
Save your apologies, Sandra. They mean nothing to me. You've shown your true colors today. You're a terrible person and a worse friend. I don't want to see your face ever again. I'm leaving right now, and I hope you rot in hell.
Okay, fine. But Camilla, you have crossed the line with me today, and I will never forgive you for what you did. You are no longer welcome in my life or my son's life. I don't want you to ever see us again, or even think of us. You are dead to me.
What are you talking about, Sandra? You are the one who should be apologizing to me for being so crude and ungrateful. You need some serious help, you know that. Maybe you should check yourself into a mental hospital. Huh! But you know what? I don't care about you or your son. You are nothing to me. I wish I never met you.
You are such a liar, Camilla. You pretend to be my friend, but you are really a snake. You came here today not to congratulate me or see my son, but to insult us and rob us.
What are you accusing me of, Sandra?
Don't play innocent with me, Camilla. I know exactly what you said and did. You looked at my son, your own grandson, and you said he was ugly and looked like a monkey. You laughed at him and blamed me for his appearance. You hurt him and me with your cruel words. How could you do that to your own flesh and blood?
I was just being honest, Sandra. You're an ugly woman, and you gave birth to an ugly child. He looks nothing like my son, your husband. He looks nothing like you, and that's a shame. I don't care if he's my grandson. He is a disgrace to our family. You should be ashamed of yourself for bringing him into this world.
And that's not all, Camilla. You also came here to steal from me. You asked me to pay for your taxi, and then you took $300 from my purse without my permission. You are a thief and a parasite. You have no shame or decency.
How dare you call me a thief, Sandra? I was doing you a favor by coming here and bringing you a gift. You owe me for that. So you should be thanking me, not accusing me. You are so selfish and greedy. You have plenty of money and you can't spare a few bucks for me? I have to survive on my meager pension, you know. You have no idea how hard it is for me.
I'm sorry. I had to attend my son. He just woke up and needed me. But listen, this is the last time we're talking. You're not welcome in our home anymore. We know you're broke, and we've been generous enough to give you some money every month. But we've put up with your insults and complaints, even though you have no right to judge me. But I'm done with you. I'm the wife of your second son, and we've worked hard to raise our child. I thought you would be happy for us when we had our baby boy. I hoped you would at least say something nice about him and maybe bond with us a little. But all you do is hate me and my baby. You're not happy for us. You're jealous. Well, you can forget about being my mother-in-law. You're nothing but a troublemaker.
Oh, please. Don't act like you're the victim here. I even brought you a gift. Aren't you grateful for that? Aren't you glad I came to visit you? You must be really poor. You don't appreciate the value of my gift. I can't believe my son married you. You're a witch. That's what you are.
Your gift? That's what made me snap? What kind of gift is that? A measly 5 cents? Are you kidding me? Can't you ever be nice to me for once? Who gives 5 cents to someone who just had a baby? Especially their daughter-in-law.
You should be thankful for my gift. I was very considerate, giving you even 5 cents. You should say thank you. You don't deserve any more money after giving birth to that monkey.
Well then, I'm cutting you off. No more money from us.
What? What are you talking about? Ha! My money comes from my son. You have no say in that. You're his useless wife. You're good for nothing, Sandra. That's why you can't even have a decent baby. That thing is an abomination. It'll grow up to be a burden on society.
Jacob, how much time do you have? I have something we really need to be talking about.
It's rare for you to text me this time of day. What's up?
Actually, today, your mom came to the hospital to see our son.
What? She did? She was telling me that she didn't even want to see our boy. At least, that's what I remember her saying. So I guess in the end she did want to see her grandchild.
No, that's not the reason. She didn't come all the way here to see our baby, but rather to take some more money from me.
Your money?
And if you want to hear more about it, she even said that our boy isn't cute at all while laughing about it. And as a gift to me for having the baby, she gave me 5 cents. Then she told me that since she came all the way to see us, she'd needed money for her taxi. And since I'm still in the hospital bed, she went and reached into my purse and took my money out of it.
What? She came there and made fun of our son, and she only gave you 5 cents as a gift? Does she not see how awful she's being right now? What the hell is that old bag thinking? She needs to go home or something. And wasn't the money in your purse the money that your parents gave to you in case you needed anything while in the hospital? You're telling me she just stole that from you? You sure did good telling me we needed to talk about this. I'm still working at the moment, but we'll have a break very soon. During that time, can we talk more?
Sure, that's fine.
Thanks for waiting for me. How are you feeling right now? You're staying relaxed, right?
I'm okay. And our baby just finished drinking some milk, so he's sleeping next to me.
I see. Thank goodness. I'm so sorry for what's happened to you today. After she fell in love with the baby my older brother had, who ended up being a girl, I guess she just couldn't get behind us having a boy as our first child.
Well, she's had something against me for the longest time. For not being a housewife like your older brother's wife, and so me working a job of my own must have started her hate towards me. Always telling me that my job is to be your wife, and nothing else. All that kind of crap.
But I never thought that she'd pass on all that hate she has for you to our baby. I thought that things would get better after all the work we put in for this.
You don't have to feel sorry for anything, Jacob. Nobody ever thought your mom could get any worse than she had been. But the moment I saw the gift that she gave me for giving birth, I had just had enough from her. And that's when I told her by accident that I never wanted her to see her grandchild again.
No, You were right to say something like that. And to make sure that our son grows up in a loving household. She doesn't need to be around him anymore.
What about the money we're giving her every month? I told her that I'd stop that as well. I'm sorry. I told her something without even thinking that might have made things more difficult. Now that I've calmed down, I think I overstepped things there.
You have nothing to apologize for, Sandra. You have every right in this world to be upset with my mom for making fun of our newborn boy. And so, you fought back to protect him. So you don't need to be worried about what you did to my mom. How about we really do stop sending her money? After all, we're going to need more money ourselves now with a kid in the house. You have to be tired now, right? You've had to take care of Ren as well, so you need to take things easy when I'm out of work today. I'll head right back to the hospital to see you.
Ugh, you freaking witch! It's because of you that Jacob has left me. He's never been the type of kid to ignore his own mother. But why haven't I been able to get any money from him yet this month? What the hell could a brainless and toxic woman like you have done to him?
I never did a single thing to him. All of that was what he wanted. Perhaps it's time you start to learn how to understand your own kid's feelings.
Shut the hell up, you stupid rat! Whoever gets in the way of a mother and their son is the worst scum on this planet!
It seems that you're a bit confused right now by everything. But I haven't done anything to get in the way of you two. After all that money that's been going to support you, every month has been coming from the money I make.
Huh?
For a long time now, Jacob has been wanting to end ties with you because you've always cared about his older brother and wife the most. But then 3 years ago, just after we got married, it was found out that his father had cancer. It was said that his dad wouldn't be around too much longer, and so Jacob decided that until the day came that his dad drew his last breath, he'd remain helping the family. And that's why, for 3 years now, he's continued to be a part of the family.
What are you talking about? How does that have anything to do with you guys giving me money every month? You're probably just trying to take us off topic, so you don't have to give me anything, huh? I can't allow that.
Is that what you think? Well, then I guess this conversation is over with.
Even though you're supposed to be my son's wife, you're completely useless. I don't care to listen to whatever made-up stories you may have about my son. Go tell Jacob to call me right now. Jacob just threatened me by saying that if I don't listen to you, he's never going to think about giving us money ever again. Threatening his own parents? I never remember raising a son as awful as that. Come on now, Sandra. Let's finish this dang trouble you started. He just blocked me again, and now I'll never be able to talk with him.
Well, things won't change until you start listening. Your husband must be going through a lot now as well, right?
I want you to talk to me right now, you toxic witch! If all you're going to do is keep saying random crap, I'll never be able to listen to you.
Understood. So that you can follow what I'm about to say to you regarding where that money you get every month comes from, I'll go into detail. But just be aware that Jacob is really upset right now, and he has been for 3 years. His dad can no longer work and be able to help. You guys afford to get the procedures he needs. He needed to get you guys money. But when you'd always treat your own son like trash compared to your oldest, he couldn't find it in him to try his hardest for you and your husband. Now, after what you've done recently, he's really lost all faith in helping you both out.
What? But the right thing to do is just keep giving us money, right? We're his parents, after all.
That's right. When Jacob thought about what happened, if he stopped giving you guys money, He worried what his dad would have to go through. But Jacob is a very nice guy, and so back in the day, when he was first having trouble bringing himself to give you guys anything, he chose to be the nice person he knows he is and give you guys a monthly amount. However, after a while of that, he can no longer take you constantly ripping into me. And so I told him that in his place, I could start to support you, and maybe that will help things for him. And so, in his place, I've been the one giving you that money every month for maybe the past 2 years.
Why the hell would you end up doing that?
Well, if you had never given birth to Jacob, I would never been able to meet him and marry him. And so my plan has been, as long as Jacob's dad is alive, I'll thank you by supporting you financially. But you've still hated me all this time and have started making me doubt you ever being a good influence on this family. Even after having my own baby, you came to him and told him to his face that he's ugly and that I am as well. And so after you've done that, the little piece of respect I had for you as the mother of my husband was crushed. And that's why I am no longer giving you any money. Have you come to understand what's going on now?
But if you go ahead and do that, what'll happen with my husband's treatments? We won't be able to do them anymore. You'd be fine killing him?
And regarding that, I had a discussion with Jacob. He told me if this was all to protect our son, then ending the money given to you guys would be forgiven by his dad. And so, that's the conclusion we came to. And in my case, I can understand how Jacob feels about saying that. We have both been trying our best to deal with your horrible behavior towards us. But now we've reached our limits. There is nothing else we want more in this world than for you to learn from your mistakes. You're now going to experience all the resentment that we both have had towards you for so long. You old bag.
What? Why would you use such needless vocabulary?
Are you upset?
If I really was an old bag, it'd be one thing, but I'm not even close to one. So you can't just say that. You're an absolute rotten rat! You told my husband things you shouldn't have!
Things I shouldn't have? When your husband came in to see our baby boy, I asked him if you wanted to know what you thought of our little Wren. And when he said yes, I told him.
And I'm saying you shouldn't have told him any of that! You should have been keeping your mouth quiet and just let my husband leave without a single word being said!
Whether you wanted me to do something or not, and whether it makes me a bad person to you or not, I've already decided that you're going to pay for everything. So, I'll do anything to ruin you. But it seems that your husband has caught on already to just how rotten of a bag you really are, right?
Huh?
Your husband told me. He said he knew that you would always show your love to your oldest son and his wife, and he tried to stop you. And when you both began to talk about divorce because of it, you threatened him by saying he'd never get to see his sons anymore. And so that's why today he came to us crying and begging for forgiveness. He told us he never wanted you to treat us so badly, but couldn't do anything to stop you. And now that he knows we understand him, he hates you just as much as we do. So, that is why he's going to aid us in our revenge.
There's no way that my husband would ever lend a hand to a witch like you. He's my husband. He and I have been together longer than you've been alive.
Well, if that's what you think is holding you both together, then go right ahead and keep thinking that doing that will only make things better for us.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you could possibly do to me. What the hell is going on right now? What the hell are these documents? What the hell are you trying to do to me?
Ah, hi Camilla. Seems they've finally arrived. I assumed that there would be some trouble ahead, and so I made sure to get a lawyer to make those up. As you can see by what's written in the papers, your husband's money will all be going to Jacob and I after he passes. At least 90% of it will be. And that remaining 10% will then go to his oldest son and daughter-in-law. And as for you, you won't even get a single penny.
His money? He's still alive, though. So why are you guys talking about the money he'll have after he dies? And if that's the case, I'm his wife and should be getting the money instead. You can't just do all of this behind my back and think about getting away with it. I'm sure that these papers are all fakes anyway.
All of that money he plans on giving after he passes is kept in accounts not related to your guys' marriage. And since he's the one that holds all that money that he's been saving up under his name, he can make the decision on where it will go. There's also been the fact that you only ever show interest in your oldest son and would sometimes leave your husband at home to fend for himself while struggling with cancer. So, all of that has been included in his final decision. And since all of this was done through a lawyer that we had hired, and those documents made official under your husband's signature, you nor your oldest can do anything about it.
So there won't be any money left for me? There's no way! That's not even fair! Especially with the care that I gave him all these years.
Who was the one that cared for him? Who never cared for him, instead leaving him at home to become even more sick? And you'd whisper under your breath that you wanted him to give up soon? He heard all of that, you know. But he's a very kind man, and so he never wanted to end things this way with you. He wanted to make sure he could still end life still being married to you. But after what you did to your grandson, he couldn't take it anymore. And so this right here is the work that was put in to get revenge on you by him. He at least gave up on ever wanting to divorce you. I'm sorry, but the only one who ever cared for your husband was Jacob.
What? Well then what's gonna happen to me? I won't be getting any money from you guys? And I won't get jacked from my husband when he's gone.
Well, then I guess you'll be out of luck.
Stop messing around. Whatever. I'll just go and ask my oldest and his wife to care for me. I made sure to raise him the best and have been with them all the way. So of course they'll be willing to take care of me in my time of need.
Only if you can make that happen.
Sandra, please help me. I can't get in touch with anyone anymore and I'm in huge trouble. If things keep going south for me, I'll be dead myself. I haven't had any experience working a job myself, and so nobody will take me that can pay me well enough. I don't even want to work anyway. I'll do anything for you as long as I get a little money.
Camilla! I have a son now that's so cute. And I have to take care of him for the time being. And at the moment, I'm still a new mom, so I can't see myself having to take care of 2 babies. Also, you remember when you said my son looks like a monkey? You wouldn't want to be in a family with a boy that looks like a monkey, would you? And besides, I don't even want to meet with you anymore after you showed me the kind of toxic mother you really are.
Wait, you're wrong about that. Back then I was just joking about your son. I never meant to be serious about anything I said to him.
The only thing I picked up from you was how serious you really were. You're too late to be coming back to me now, asking for anything anyway. Now my little boy is going to be waking up soon. So, can you stop talking to me? Now, goodbye forever.
Wait, Sandra. What am I gonna do now? What should I do to make sure that I'll be okay? Both my sons threw me away, and my husband will be dying soon. I won't be getting anything from him after he's gone, and I still need to pay for the house and food. Hey, can you please give me anything? I'm asking you to please listen to me.
After the tragic death of her husband, Camilla was left with nothing. The house that they had lived in for years was given to Jacob. Jacob wasted no time in using his power to evict Camilla from the house, leaving her homeless and penniless. I haven't spoken to her since our last conversation, when she told me how devastated she was. So I can't be certain what's happened to her. But I did see her working at a supermarket not too long ago, trying to make ends meet. However, in her case, she was late to work a lot and missed work even more often due to her depression and lack of motivation. And soon she was no longer working there. She then showed up at another store even closer to our house, where she looked even more miserable and exhausted. Ever since seeing the worn out and dead face she had there, I have avoided going to that store. I don't want to see her like that. Then, when it came to Jacob's older brother, he was another troublemaker. When he heard that his father had passed away and never heard anything from Jacob regarding the money, he came to our house, complaining about why no money showed up yet. He thought he was entitled to a share of the inheritance, even though he had never cared for his father or helped him in any way. Jacob then explained to him that he doesn't get any, and that's for all the times he broke promises with Jacob. He said he had no obligation to share anything with him, since he was a selfish and irresponsible person. Of course, this made him furious. But just before he tried to do anything to his brother, our lawyer, who we had over to finish some talks up with, came out and told him to rethink his decision. He warned him that if he tried to harm Jacob or challenge the will, he would face legal consequences. And since then, his brother has never been seen around us again. He probably realized that he had no chance of getting any money from Jacob. Now, when it comes to me, I'm just living with my husband and Ren, our adorable son. We are making the best of our little family with what we have left. We don't have much, but we have each other. And that's enough for us.